I'm a very, 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 very happy customer.
I know.
Imali business idea wayidla udabula phasi.
Hayi ngimsebenzi yethu lesindako la ekhaya njengoba niyibona limihle kangaka.
Ngiyakolosha, which is crocheting.
Ngiyakhicita ke noko kakhulu emsebenzini wethu ikhumba.
Ngenda kwegaba emacici nekwegaba entsanyeni.
Ngilungisa emagedlela. Hello, how are you? We are selling peanuts at 5. Thank you so much. Umdala kubusi. On the strat, babe.
And once again, your special day, which is a Thursday, where we talk about sporting activities in the country. That is Temidlalo edition of a Thursday, the 4th of April. The year is 2024. Hello and welcome. A special attention tonight as we give full focus to the Ingonyama Cup Final 2024. We're edging closer to the main day, so the better part of the show we'll have that discussion. But prior to that, we've got the International Cricket Council T20 series, that the 3 games that played over the past weekend, where Eswatini was playing against Lesotho, will be in the company of Zenzele Mazibuko, the development officer, who also happens to be the team director of the competition, just to get this excitement from the national team. They are in the colors of the national team. They're representing the country. How was the series? All that is going to be here live on Eswatini TV. You as a viewer, you have a chance to win a ticket to watch the finals at Somplo National Stadium this weekend. Just join us when we are joined by Ngosile Masuku, the public relations officer of the tournament. Ingonyama Cup, it is here. Don't go anywhere. But before we get to the special attention of Ingonyama Cup, I have cricket. That is Zenzele Mazibuko, the development officer. He's also the chief operations officer. He's team director. Nje. Now, kuluma cricket, he's the face. Sikuvuse namhla Mazibuko.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu bhuti wami, ngiyabonga kakhulu ithuba lokuthi side namhlanje na Eswatini TV showini yeTemidlalo. Ngivusele kakhulu nebabukeli nebalandzeli beTemidlalo, ikakhulu nebalandzelela imidlalo yecricket Eswatini.
Now, you are the tournament director, the ICC T20 series against Lesotho. But Vakashele for 3 days, Bafika Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Even if you are the tournament director, but you happen to be the development officer of the federation. So at some point, we touch on questions that are related to development. But as a school, the cooler kwayo cricket lagango. Nakufika Lesotho, I think for those who attended the match, we look at also the visual. We've grown so much as a country. Take us through the tournament and what are the positive signs that you picked from the game that you play, the 3 days competition.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Mr. Msonera, uqinisile ngikangabuka le office la development iminyaka leminingana ka cricket. Sihamba siyintroduce imidlalo etindzaweni lekhathe tingadvumi ukuthi tina lemidlalo. Ngicabanga ukuthi nasengathi sibuka kahle imidlalo yecricket bekayibe imidlalo khanze idlalwa kuma private schools kakhulu. But then nyalo bese siya la kuma public schools sifuna kona ukuthi sithole le talenta lebantwana labangadlala icricket batomele la elive lethu ku national team level. Sibe nabo ke ngicabanga ukuthi njengoba ukhuluma ngema visuals kuyabonakala kunemaswati yakithi la chamuka from these public schools who have made it up to wakha a setup ye national team. Kusijabulisa kakhulu ke thina lokho ngoba kuyasikhombisa ukuthi lizinga lalemidlalo especially lana kulamaswati yakithi seliphakeme kakhulu. Njengoba ubekisile iLesotho njengobekile ukuthi iLesotho bezivakashele bafika ngelesine sadlala imidlalo ye T20 international. Le khathe isanction by i-governing body loku ICC. Kule midlalo lena sidlala imidlalo leng5 umsonera. Ngelesihlanu sadlala imidlalo lemibili.
Uchaza lana khona lo bachazela kona mhlawumbe nje nasikuboko lethithumbe as the two-man director, what's going on there?
Lana
ukuthi kuyanyathelwa nje mbona ngathi khona kunyathelwa khona.
Okay, lana sibe ngicabanga ukuthi amaswati le abonile over the past Easter weekend ukuthi it was a wet weekend. So le ground lethu belinawo eMandi beku Mandi la kule pitch. Imidlalo yecricket ke Mr Msonera ifike ibe ihluke lapho. La ekuthenene nje le ground inalimandi kanje. Akusiyo akudlaleki because labadlali kufanele bede lapha ngihlubanele elisetulu nabantu wenda ibowling lokudeliver le bowler nalabo batsmen nabo kudinga abahlale babukile ba attention. Then another thing le bowler lezidlala ngayo ngicabanga ukuthi ngilosa ngakayiphathele nje sembuli ibhola leqinile le yakhiwe ngewood so lana nakumandi bese ithatha lamandi seyiluza ishape ngale nawo bese ke bowampha basakhona ukuthi igame ichubeke. So lana ke icala njengale pitch inspection kubuye ukuthi is it safe in the pitch, is it dry enough, kude inema uneven bounce ukuthi la ngabanga i danger to especially the batting team kulo batsman. So lana bowampha babuke kona then nangabe ba satisfied ukuthi konke seku safe ukuthi bangadlalwa bese ke sekungena stage se coin toss.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, let's take through the game. Yeah, figure let's watch scene Friday, the first day of the T20 series, and then take us through.
Friday, Exeni, we played our first match. Lesotho, Eswatini won the toss. The first match, bakhetha kuphetha kuqala. They had a very good game. They posted. I'm not sure what I can remember it from the top of my head. The score was posted, but it was a very competitive score. iLesotho liyahluleka ukuthi isi coverage. So Eswatini won that first match. Then because we played 2 matches a day. Then in the second match,
Saturday.
No, it's the same day. Per day we played 2 matches.
Okay.
So on Friday in the afternoon, Lesotho won the toss and they elected to bowl first. Lapho ngisho ukuthi angathi badlali bethu ukuthi ngabe bebakhathele yini noma kanjani. But isikole abasibeka sabasincane kakhulu. Yakhona iLesotho ukuthi nayibuya is coverage. Wathi Friday sathi silala score ku1-1. Then the following day Saturday it was the same thing. We had to play 2 games on Saturday. First match ngicanga ukuthi lama nanglikhathi siwabona nje beka kwaba mandi kakhulu. Ngicanga ukuthi lana kakhulu ngalo lesihlanu. Igame yethu yaba reduced kwangabe ngilo full 20 overs lesesimidlalo. Lapho iLesotho yawina itoss ya bowler kuqala. Nalapho ayisikole sasibeka kwaba sikole lesipass basheshe basikavarisha laba base Lesotho balida 2-1 in the morning. Then in the afternoon babuya abafana baseSwatini basebenda bafaka.
I think that's the celebration is
basebenda bafaka emandla. There were a lot of these celebrations over the weekend. Then because zayiwina lena yes2 match.
I think it's this one,
Then it was sala ku score 2-2. So Sunday we only had 1 match, which was the decide. It's as if fate intervene because vele beku schedule lo 5 matches. So ngicanga ukuthi kulena nje ngibuka kahle ngileya ngalelisondvo lena. Ngobe ngicanga ukuthi manje ama shots ethu akaveti kahle nangakazivetele lapha tihlwele lebete igcwele lana betithi ningakhulu.
Okay.
Bengicala kubona emaswati langaka atobukela umdlalo wecricket. It was a beautiful Sunday outing for Ingumbi emaswati.
You recall this moment during the weekend?
Yeah, I recall this moment. I recall this moment because iLesotho angathi bangena batatatela kakhulu. Kani bafana baseSwatini vele sebatimisele lokuthi hayi noma kungendekalani uyabona nje lapha nema diving catch nema diving lapha nema direct hit. It was proper cricket. The cricket lutafika ukhanza ukuthi idlalwa le kuboNgilandi ma team la highly ranked sayibona ikhona.
I know this it's a friendly match, but at some point I recall that even if it's a friendly match, it will boost the rankings because it's under ICC, International Cricket Council. So now that we've won, you're about to take us through Sundays, but overall we won. Can we say now that we've won, our rankings will improve?
They definitely will improve, Mr. Msonera. Besibukusana nje enyalo sasela ngephandle ukuthi iLesotho is ranked at number 73, while Eswatini is ranked at number 87. So
that's
us,
where Africa?
ICC worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide.
Yes. So in us, ukuthi shy team le highly ranked kids. Kutas booster kakhulu naseba bende lama rankings la masha labatasinike down.
When I talk about 87, this is a former coach celebrating Mr. Delisa Maling. And let's talk about now the overall teams under ICC. So I want to understand if we're 87, out of how many teams?
Okay, I wouldn't be sure about the number of teams because usually when I look at the rankings, I'm always focused on Eswatini and maybe the known top 5 or what. But it's that same ranking with your countries like your India, your South Africa, your England. So we are ranked at 87 as we speak.
Now I'm interested. Beautiful, beautiful kid. Can I give you credits? The colors of the national team. How is your selection conducted? Teams, coverage, Park 11, all those teams. Are you selecting your players based on the league?
Okay, this team was a little bit extra special, if I may say. Usually what we do, we use the leagues that we are running as an association to look at the rankings because we do have our scoring app whereby it will give us the list of leading run takers. But in this particular squad, what we were looking at, it was before being results oriented. It was for the development and the continuation of the national team. So we did have 3 boys who are in high school doing grade 11, 17 years of age. I think all 3 of them. Mixing them with the seniors who are more experienced. We did have players who have represented the national team in many tournaments before. And some of them were on debut in this tournament. So we did make that mixed match in trying to have a team that is going to go forward because we have to build on something. We cannot be having representing the national team over and over again.
Okay, first international match 2024 against Lesotho. I think we'll see the pictures where we're celebrating as a country. On Sunday, we won against Lesotho. Beautiful. The rankings will improve. What's next? We've got 8 months remaining of the year. Can we have more games? Either they host us, or we are hosted, or we host them. Can we do them? I love the colors.
Yeah, everyone wants more cricket now.
Yeah.
Maswati, they are motivated. Maswati are involved. Maswati wants to know when are we playing, when is the next tournament, as you asked. Fortunately enough, we got a recommendation. Okay, we got our response from the ICC after concluding the tournament, where they congratulated us on hosting such a tournament, which is very good for us to see what we are doing. ICC recognizes and we as upload, and they made them recommendations. How about we have add other teams? Instead of having it as a bilateral with 2 teams, maybe have a tri-series.
Yeah,
whereby you
can
have, yes,
it's one of the best teams in the country.
Yes, so that's one thing that the board that is going to be elected in office.
We want them here.
Yeah, that's one thing.
We want the Proteas here. We want to see what we can do. Yes.
Yeah, the board that is going to be elected will have to be working on it as soon as they get into office.
At some point, not even at some point, at this point, the only facility you have is Malkens.
Yes.
Either for league competitions, training sessions, national team activities. That is Coach Safi Ula.
Yeah.
And then I think he's doing a great job. nichuba kanjani in terms of facility ngoba nale facility kahle kahle it's not your own facility.
Yes. That's one of the biggest problems we've had, especially in my 5-year tenure while now. Association because njengoba usho ngicala ka development, you go up there, you sensitize the children, would say they play cricket, they're excited about the prospect of playing cricket, but then now you have to make sure that they have games. You don't have the facilities to conduct these games because most, like for instance, if you have went and done sensitization as far as Bolomahasha, now you have to transport them from Lomahasha to Malkans, which becomes very costly. So we do have that big problem, but we are hoping and praying that the board that is going to be elected, especially in the upcoming elections, they work on that. We get our own land, we create our own facility that would be for Eswatini Cricket Association.
I want us to go to that picture, the national team, the trophies,
Yes.
and there is something I want to talk about. Can you have the picture? La promoter the national team. The issue of the national team is very, very serious and sensitive. A national team is not a personal team. It's Imvo. Give us the profile of this coach, Safi Ula. Where is he from? What is he doing for the team in terms of making sure that we get records as a country? Give us the man in the middle. That's Safi Ula.
Our coach who made history.
Yeah, the records. By the records, I don't mean original. I mean the teams that he's played for, the teams and his records as a coach. Yes.
Yeah. On Sunday morning, he was busy pushing everyone. Come on, guys, we need to make sure that we play. We need to make sure because I think there has to be some other shots whereby the national team players, these players, they forgot that the national team players, they were groundsmen now. Making sure that the ground is proper for them to play because that's how much they wanted it. And it's all because of the coach.
Yeah.
He was there behind them like, boys, let's make sure that this pitch is playable.
Okay.
Today we need to make history. So he is a guy who's been in the country for a very, very long time.
Okay.
It's over 20 years, I'm sure. His impact in cricket is beyond just the national team.
Okay.
In terms of development, as the national team was preparing for this series, they were preparing at Manzini Club. Facilities which were worked on by him.
Okay.
From his own pocket.
Okay.
In him supporting the national team. Because he is a lover of the sport. He used to play in his time in the country.
Okay.
So he is someone that we have been with as an association for many, many years.
All right. Yes. We're wrapping up, Mazibuko. I know besides being in the management of the association, development is something that you have chased. We've seen the league. You're doing well. The league is doing great. The national team is... Now, talent search. In Gengabonabo Montessori, there is talent. Have you started searching talent in different schools, be it primary or be it high schools?
Yeah, we have been doing that, and we have been doing it vigorously, if I may add, because we have a program that we call CRIO. These programs whereby, as an association, we have our development coaches who are going to, okay, we do it with schools, who are going to these different schools in all 4 regions to unearth the talent, and when it's there, nurture it, and make these schools play tournaments. So that's where the issue of the facilities that we were talking about earlier comes into place. Because when you have your development coach, and then you already, he or she has already discovered this talent, now where do they play? Then that's where the problem lies. But we have been reaching out to schools in all different regions of the country with our highly qualified development coaches, both ladies and men.
Okay.
Because with cricket, it's both sexes. Both.
Yeah.
So we have been, and when you're talking of schools like you said Montessori, like we also have our coaches who are the ones coaching those schools. Okay. Because that's how the development, it should be the development of the coach, development of the facility. Yes, so yes, the coaches, we send them to these schools and they run the tournament. And some are more privileged, like the private schools. It's easier for them to run the tournaments because they do have the facilities.
Okay.
But then it becomes a challenge when you're taking it to the public schools.
Now, there you have it. Thank you very much, Mazibuko. What's your presence? And it's not your first time, it's not your last time. We love what you're giving us, what you're telling us. It's all about the national team, cricket national team. After that victory against Lesotho, it was an ICC T20 series for 3 days, Friday up to Sunday. A first ever victory for the kingdom. Yeah,
This was our first ever.
Yeah, it's first ever victory in the history of the kingdom. I mean, if we can win against Lesotho, we should be entering the World Cup ICC T20. Who knows, at some point, we want the Zimbabweans here, we want the Proteas here, we can do this. After the break, Ngosilenhle Masuku is in the corridors of the building. We're talking about Ingwenyama Cup, and it's all about what's happening on Sunday. But welcoming him, these are chances for you to see some of the goals that highlighted the tournament. Thank you very much, Masibuko. they have it. Special edition of Temidlalo. The focus, if it's what's going to be happening in the next 72 hours. That is the Ngonyama Cup 2024, the special edition. One of the biggest, actually the biggest tournament in the kingdom. When we talk about sports, mixing with culture. Joining me is the public relations officer of the tournament, Ngosilehle Masuku. He has the general knowledge about the tournament, the information, the program. We want to know what was happening earlier on at Sompito National Stadium, the meeting that was, gathering different stakeholders in terms of preparation. Sikusena mhla Ntsaba Masuku for your presence once again.
Lishonile Fabrice sikusele babukele emakhaya uhlale athi Linda and our loyal viewers siyabavusela babukele emakhaya ngiyakubona so shy countdown. This is the real countdown.
This is the real countdown.
Fabrice ngicabanga ukuthi everyone is talking about the tournament on Sunday. Now to lanzela the tickets that are out there. I pay a ticket, Fabrice. I pay a ticket, and if you haven't got yours now, you may have a problem. I do hope at least tomorrow by close of business, everyone would have gotten his ticket, because I don't think on Saturday Stabes Nama ticket. But let's see what happens. But so Sylvester Kubega Sati Fabrice otherwise it's the big one, and we're just counting hours, like you're saying. It's 72 hours now. And ubonile namuhla Fabrice
the meeting, yes.
Besinelibandla lelikhulu kakhulu namuhla. Kukutshela lokuthi the magnitude of the game that we're looking forward to. Ingange mnikati nasishonga ngeSiswati, because it can never come any bigger than what we're looking forward to. So yeah, that's where we're at.
The attendance, who were the people present at the Sompito National Stadium? What was the discussions after logo the program? But just to give us an overview,
ngicabanga ukuthi lebe bakhona namuhla ngema stakeholders latakwenda ukuthi the game on Sunday or the games on Sunday abe successful. Sithithe kuthandaza kwethu ukuthi imbube yemhlaba ithole lithuba etosivusela ngelisonto sisive. So security leqhamuka kabayethe, security leqhamuka ebholeni, private security nebamaphoyisa ne correctional services nemasoja. Bese zophinde ubuka bebhola, ubuke imedia, ubuke committees lamabili, ubuke the clubs, because the clubs are also bringing in personnel yabo letabisebenza on the day. Ubuke labasibukele tempilo, ubuke labasibukele team letiphuthumako. So everyone was there for praise. Ubuka and understand the program of the day, because ekugcineni kwako konke everyone has to have a role, and your role has to sink in very well into the program of the day. So we're just looking into how do we make the day successful. Nangabubuka nje lapha, the chairman was the chairman of Ngonyama Cup, who then reports back to the patron of the tournament, who is His Majesty the King. Now buka lapha bekune protocol yakhona kabayethe, kune protocol yasebholeni, kune protocol. Everyone was there for praise. Uyabona lokuthi bantu labagcwele kangakanani. So ubuka lokuthi labantu lebebalapha, they actually tell you who will be there on Sunday. Ngoba na ubuka ngibekise ngemholo welive wehle esigodlo, ubuke abantu benkosi, ubuke bobabe boshefu, ubuke balandzeli belibhola, ubuke ama clubs, ubuke kuphepha kwabo, njengoba ubona nje kunabo 977, kune Ministry of Health, kune Ministry of Works, kuna EEC lababuke kukhanya nekusebenta kwagesi estadium, kune Ministry of Sports lebukele stadium ukuthi si in shape, you know, everything else. So ngulabo bantu lebe bakhona lapha Fabrice, and now ubuka kahle bantu laba takwenda ukuthi kube lilanga lelihle. Phinze kube nalaba be culture lesithi they will be also performing on the day, ngoba siyathi ukuthi nakhona kunama finals aka culture. Kukhona laba tabe baku competition, kukhona laba tabe bas entertainer. They all fall under MC yaka culture Fabrice.
Okay, mfise ukuthi singene ku program Masuku, because questions were asked and everything, but lokutasita namuhla is just to look at the program. As you take us through the programs, there will be a graphic on the screen, but from 6 in the morning the gates will be open. This is to ensure that everything goes accordingly, everything ibe smooth on the day, and everything should start on time and end on time. We've got 12 hours presence at Somhlor from
You are
Saturday.
right, because we're opening at 6 and we're hoping that at 6 o'clock
Yeah.
presentation would be done.
Yeah.
So that is 12 hours. Now, your involvement as television counts even for more accuracy in everything that we'll be doing on the day, because there's no minute to waste on the day. Ngoba when you talk television,
Time is,
yeah. So sitavula nga 6, like you've said. Normally,
let's take a look at the program.
when we open at 6, we are looking at the vendors coming in, but la supporters for Princess Taukala kwavulela nga 7:30, because they cannot get in nakusalungiswa logo. Then we have these social games. Kune football association intabidlala nelovisi lase King's office. Batabe bane MVA laba. Then sekuqala le culture competitions. Sithi na 5 from categories. Itawahamba izifike kukoda to 12. Then kune ma legends, Green Mamba nembaba neSwallows batawudlala. People will be seeing Bolo Itmazia. They will be seeing ngale bombuso kina, people that have played for Green Mamba. Sesiyabuya ke sekunabo CEO nema MPs. Naike lenye game leba popular kungwenyama cup. Lena yabantu abengosi nabo babe boshif. Na ukhumbula kahle kukhona la khona sike saba nabo abantu abengosi, wabona umbane Nkosi Lindane, wabona umbane Nkosi Sicalo, wabona umbane Nkosi Mavela, umbane Nkosi Longokhela, ngiyakhumbula ukuthi the late umbane Nkosi lo sekashile beka goalkeeper nabo labanye. So that is the most exciting part. Bobabe boshifu nabo sibagadile, bathi ke boshifu bobabe boshifu lokuhle ngabo ingwenyama icetha kubusisa boshifu. So we've got even younger generation of chiefs. Munye wakhona uyakhumbula ukuthi uyadlala ngibaba neIslanders nakusibet. So we will be seeing them there. Then sekunema athletics, uma ukhumbula kuma semi-finals engwenyama cup sawubona ama athletics. These are the finals of the athletics kulo ma 200 meters. Then the grand closing if I ihambelana nale trophy parade. Now kule grand closing ula khona ubona sonke lesithombe sengwenyama cup, because at some point you will get to see the players warming up within La Kata Stadium. La celeni ukuthi abe kunale culture, and the trophy will be paraded there. Nakhona ukuthi abe kunala mahashi leswathola from correctional services. Now ubuka lokho kwenteka at the same time, that is where the real picture of Ingwenyama Cup is at. So we are hoping ukuthi laba base correctional services bataphinze basi boleke maja abo. You remember the other time they will do a round around the ground, which excites a lot of people. So nalapho sikubukile logo, and obviously I trophy ya Ngwenyama Cup iyawungena ngayo ingalishi letabithonswa ngelelo hashi. Sethemba ukuthi na imbube emhlaba iyawusiboleka elinye lizinyane leli bese liyasibukela lenkomeshi kula makhosatane akabayetha. So siyethemba ukuthi kutawuhamba kahle cishe konke Fabrice. Then nawubuka nga 5 to 3 uyangena lo tabe athunywe imbube emhlaba ukuthi asichawulele badlali at 3 o'clock. It's kickoff. Now the most exciting part ngale kickoff, we are anticipating ukuthi imbube emhlaba may do the official kickoff, which for us becomes the most important part of and very exciting to bantu kubona ingwenyama isusa leyo bhola. So we're looking forward to that, Fabrice. And at 3 o'clock, exactly 3 o'clock, nini baka television, you want everything to be on point. So we start with the first half of the game. Halftime, we do have culture, entertainment, and a special program where Imbube Mhlaba gets the opportunity to be interviewed by you guys baka television for those few minutes. Abuyele wekunena hlale phasi angene maqembu sidlala i-second half. Nakuphela ke, that is where the presentation is at. Basithembisile ke laba baka MVA ukuthi noma mhlawumbe ngayo half time again, because uyakhumbula ukuthi sithi between 9 and quarter to 12 kunale culture. Then at half time we will also be splitting the time to have skati la khona sitawu announcer ema results aga culture. Then iyadlala second half, then we go for the presentation. Lokuthi na ubuka iprogram yethu ithi presentation inga 6 sibuke ukuthi if it happens that we go for extra time penalties, probably that stretches it a bit. But as soon as ibhola iphela, probably at 5 o'clock, then we will right away go into Emma presentations.
Hoping there's no extra times.
That is what we're hoping for. These are high scoring clubs that we're looking into. So chances are we may be looking at a 3-1 score, 3-2 score. At whose favor, I'm not sure yet, but we are going to see goals. No doubt about that. Lokuhle kwakhona, we've seen how these two clubs are scoring goals. Yinye yakhona, unfortunately or fortunately, ayikake concede kule tournament. Nako ke bese sekukwethusa khona ukuthi lelenye iyakora yes but lelenye iyakora but ayikase ya concede.
Ubuka ama journey masuku nxa sikujwayele ubuka the journey, the one that didn't concede nabuka journey, not to say that they were facing the so-called smaller teams, but compared to the one that was conceding, then you have to understand why maybe they were not conceding. But lokunye lokumcwa kakhulu masuku, I think it's also the sitting arrangement, ukuthi na umlandzeli uba kuphi ulungela ukuthi uhlale kuphi ufike kuphi in terms of your movement within the stadium. I think naku uke wakuthinza in terms of where the supporters are supposed to sit at, and then people are not allowed also to bring in their cars. Not everyone. Those who bring in cars, ngivira emini message ukuthi they will tell you ukuthi when imoto yangena, but at the rest sitishanga phansi.
Na ubuka Fabrice, starting with indzaba yetimoto, nangabe sithi ukuthi abakangwana motorcade yakhona ayisiyo lencane, so basically ivele ithathe yonke lapha nakakubalela lokubalela ukutshela ukuthi there are 90 spaces for cars. So kukutshela lokuthi vele letinombolo cishe sedvele tiyancipha nangabe ting 90 letikhala letikhona. So nangabe une VIP ticket Fabrice, iye kukungenisa istadium, ayikungenisa imoto. So itawuba khona indzawo la ngaphandle la kutawupaka khona lama VIP edge. So now coming to sitting arrangement, you see Somhlolo Stadium sohlukile Fabrice, sesiyati ukuthi sekunema tindzawo la ngakhona kuhamba khona behind the main grandstand kunendzawo lesekuthi ibitwa ngokuthi i-VIP access area. So no one or not everyone is allowed on that part. So uma ungena utaka VIP, you are using the gate just behind the main grandstand, just behind the dressing rooms. That is where Emma VIPs at angena khona. Now let us start with gate 1. Gate 1 wethu ungale ngakasoka that Olympic offices. Ngale ngase parliament. There is gate 1 there. Lo gate 1 loyo utawusebenzisa naba laba phethe ema complimentary ticket, baphindze bangenise ema competitors at agriculture, so batawungena ngalapho. And then now wehlela ngendazi kwakhona kuna gate 2 utawusetshenziswa balandzeli nje bebhola. Now there's one thing that you need to look into. On the right hand side of the royal box tabe kuhlela imbabane Swallows, ibese iwelela on the other side yase parliament la itabe ihleli khona ne culture. So bona bakahle vele basebenzisa lelo gate lelingale ngase parliament.
So in other words, iswalo itawuhlala la ijwayele kuhlala khona.
Yes.
Kude lokushintsha from
kude lokushintsha logo. I-Green Mamba itawuhlala on the left side of the la kuhlala khona imbabane Highlanders. So it's better for them to use ligede lelingaka north ngale la kumanzana noma kuna i-grandstand lesithi flat lembabane. So ngula khona i-Green Mamba itawungena khona ihlale khona. So lawo macembu ethu ke siwahlukanise kanjalo Fabrice. Green Mamba is on the left hand side of the royal box, Mbabane Swallows is on the right hand side of the royal box, and spilling over to the south stand. Green Mamba on the left hand side, nangabe ba spill over, they go on the north stand. But we know ukuthi Mbabane Swallows would normally use that grandstand as well. But loko mcoka ukuthi asihlalisaneni kahle, but nayo indlela cishe lesinayo eklala. I-Green Mamba on this particular final, home team, Mbabane Swallows is the away team. Hence, Green Mamba is on the left-hand side, Mbabane Swallows is on the right-hand side. So, kwanyalo is arrangement, isho njalo Fabrice. Bese City, kulaba bema VIP tickets, they're not transferable. Loko ngicela sikusho bekunene, i-VIP nabayinikete wena Fabrice, ayimane ibe yakho. Why are we saying that? We're saying that because if it happens that we are le VIP Fabrice, and then so iniketa parties. Dress code ya parties uyafika parties uzofaka esikhindi. Isikhindi asingeni ku royal box. Ufake emancaps awangeni ku royal box. So I dress code yakhona nebantfana asibavumeli ku royal box. So that is why we are very much particular when it comes to a VIP area. So we are kindly requesting to those people that will be given those, one, to dress properly, 2, and try and keep time, because nayo ke lenye indzaba lemgcoka yesikhathi Fabrice.
Mfisa ukuthi singena kumatikiti nyalo Masuku. I think for the sake of the viewer, the number is going to be shot on the screen. You take your phone, or rather you dial the number on the screen, and then Masuku in the studio will just ask you a question, or depending on how he feels. Ngindeka nje vele sithi cha share inombolo takho ligama nesibongo bakuphe itikiti and ube khona ngelisonto. But nangaba wakhona kuthola thuba ukuthi ungene enkundleni yesive kaSomhlolo ngelisonto. Eswatini TV is one way of making sure that you catch everything that is going to be taking place live here in the Kingdom of Eswatini. Now, Masuku samere ukuthi kushaya umuntu, but in terms of also preparations, I think we also talked about the issue of stadium closing. Ukuthi kwendekani in terms of okay, someone is on the line. Zande miyeni sivuse namhlanje mama so khona Masuku kupha ticket.
Sabona Mnguni.
Yebo Nkosi njani?
Kunjani?
Ngiyaphila njani enkulu njani?
Awu siyabonga namhlanje sivakashelwa ngumake ngiyaqala ke kufika la studio ngikhanze kunamake. Siyabamukela make silungisela kuya kaSomhlolo ngelisonto. Kepha ushaya kuphi wena?
Ngisaya emahlabathini.
Sini lapha ya nawubheke ephocweni.
Lapha
Ngikubuta wona make ngijatshulisa ukuthi kushaya make lungisa imali yokutaka Somhlolo sitaka uphala ticket ufike ungene uyobukela ibhola. Ufavor?
awu manje ngiyabonga ehlane ngifeva i-team yami yaphuma i-Wanderers.
Ngela kona lokuthi le ngoma nje lena wonke umuntu uhamba nayo kusukela ekucaleni azawufika ekugcineni. So I want to ask you a question make lungisa nje imali yokugibela ibhasi uteka Somhlolo staff esikunikethe itikiti lakho ungene ubukela ibhola.
Manje ngiyabonga Nkosi, ngiyabonga lisibisi lokubukela.
Make ungabe kuphasa ngicabanga ukuthi batawuthatha inombolo yakho ma.
Our technicians in the studio, they have managed to get the number, and for that recognition, Masuku siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi vele the first female to call, and then she was handed a ticket. So you have a chance as well. Masuku is still in the studio for the couple of remaining minutes, 5 to 6. So you have a chance as a viewer at home also to get a ticket. Or if you get a chance, you are with me because I'll be live here on Eswatini TV in the studio. Now, the issue of 90 minutes Masuku siyasibona ukuthi nangabe ngidliwe vele imphumela sithi sisangana indlela ehlukahlukene ukhanza ukuthi vele sengikwatile ligate livuliwe yini ukuthi ngavele ngiphume peacefully ngoba ngikhwathise beswalo noma ngiqimamba oba qimamba ngangikhwathise nangabe ngiswalo wenda njani
kwecala nangabe sinembubo emhlaba ngilekele sitakucela siveni ukuthi ngeSiswati ingwenya mawishi yodwa.
Yes,
so sicela ukuthi abantu babe khona bahlale until everything happens. Sihambe siyemakhaya sihamba sonke naye kwekunene sekaphumile kepha ke likhona indlela lisitayikhuluma Fabrice ukuthi na ufuna kuphuma uyothenga something and coming back stayenda njani.
Ngamphala la so vele uselayinini eTemidlalo sikuse namhlanje mbamba.
Yes, siyavusela baphathini njani?
Nathi nangumasuku sofisa kuphala ticket.
Yes, ngikatelona ngemandla nangekutheni.
Sawubona Nkampalala.
Yes, ninjani Mr. Masuku?
Siphilile kunjani Nkampalala?
Siyaphila nathi Mr. Masuku.
Uyebholeni Nkampalala ufavor sicale lapho.
Ngifavor iGreen Mamba Mr. Masuku.
Lokufavor Mamba wathi ungunababe ma Borod supporters yini ngusole eNkampalala.
Ngiyombaba ngiyinhlozo kuyaba Mr. Masuku.
Ithi ihlada. Dawuna Nkampalala ngicela ukuphala ticket sihambe sebholeni sitawuvuselana kahle ngelisonto abathathe inombolo takho sibonana ngelisonto kaSomhlolo.
All right Mr. Masuku.
Siyabonga kakhulu baba.
Okay.
All right, Sibonga kakhulu Ngaphalala. I think the numbers have been noted, and I think you can see as if you are wherever at home, he's in a good mood. This is the Green Mamba that is being supported. There was a quarter for Green Mamba. What a finish. This is the defending champions. By virtue of being the defending champions, we can also highlight maybe that's why we can say it's the home team. I mean, you give them that privilege, being the home team.
Yeah, I think they deserve that. But kuna some few things that are very exciting about this coming game.
Yes.
You've got Scully, you've got D40. You've got Caleb Ngwenya who's in this other side. Abengalanga Green Mamba. so ungalanga ngibaba Swallows.
Sona Sandile Shasho.
Kuna Sandile Slatshwako, kuna
Sifiso
Sifiso Mabila.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that have won the tournament with Mbabane Swallows. Kulo 3 editions laba yiwina khona. Na yeke Sinjabulo naSkhali beba khona na yiwina Mbabane Swallows. So now babuka boNjabulo naSkhali, they've won this tournament kang 5. So those are our historic players kule tournament yangwenya Cup. So I think these are some of the facts and factors that will make this game exciting. Seeing Skhali playing against Mbabane Swallows go final, that'll be something else.
Someone is on the line. A ticket is flying. Sikusena Mkazamba. Hello Nokulunga.
Hello, Babujani.
Phila Nokulunga kunjani?
Ngiyaphila ninjani?
Siphilile Nokulunga. Wase so lunga kangaka sekonde njani?
Ngalunga vele.
Ngeke nje bathi nginokulunga.
Yebo.
U5
Nokulunga sekhona?
Abani?
U5 Nokulunga.
Fani?
Ngicela ngithi.
Wena.
Hello.
Yebo, sicela ukweshe eceleni kwe-TV.
Oh, baba.
Yes, ufefa bani sis?
Ngisayibi Wanderers.
Wonders Masuku.
No itabe igcwele le Wanderers lena. Fabrice. No, asimnike Nokulunga. I think I'm just happy ukuthi bomake bayalandzela nabo. That is very nice of them. Lokusho ukuthi it's not just about us men nabo bomake bayakhona. Ikakhulu ngoba Nokulunga nje uyambona ukuthi usesemncanyana kusho ukuthi utababukela nanaba labantu abagitsa ingadla lapha kusho ukuthi utawufika asimniketele iticket naye Nokulunga, so cishe sesinema ticket lamathathu mabili bomake kuyacala ukuthi bomake babe banyeni kunabo baba.
All right, now that's it. Nokulunga has a ticket. The number has been registered. Try to make sure that you ufika somhlolo on Sunday, just lungisimali ufika somhlolo, and then this man in the studio will make sure that you get a ticket. Now, those are the 3 tickets that have been given away. Lungtsanzago vele ngulutsi Masuku. The women have been accorded a chance. Isahamba Masuku on Sunday. It's a big day. A message to members of the public. Ikakhulu kathi balandzele bebhola. Utsini kuphi?
Ngicabanga ukuthi kwekucala Fabrice asibabonge. They've carried us up to this far. We've been talking about 108 clubs. We're now left with 2. All the 106 clubs besihambana lama supporters, and they've supported this tournament without any problem. We've just had a smooth, well-run tournament. So siyababonga kakhulu kuloko. Nasesila kula finals Fabrice kwami kucela ukuthi abatiphathe kahle emgaqweni basasuka baya stadium. Nasebangekhatha stadium Fabrice kunebantu that will be designated on different areas. Ababalalele babatabagayida ukuthi uhamba kanjani. We were looking also at the facility that is there. So bantu ababesho ukuthi batawuphatheka kahle kasomhlolo, batawunakeka netinto labatetidzinga Fabrice tikhona. Nana ngumbuto lo ubutile Fabrice wekuphuma stadium. Bawukhalela kakhulu Fabrice.
Ngathi ngoba utangishayini ukuthi protocol sengiyayikeka kancane. Sabelo selayinini, but ngathi ikhethe siyemuntu walakhaya lofise kumthengela ticket. Sabelo selayinini.
Yebo ngiselayinini.
No nenhlahla Sabelo sikuvusela namhla Sabelo kunjani?
Ngiyaphila njani?
Yaphila Sabelo vusela nguMasuku.
Kunjani Nkosi?
Ngiyaphila njani ne baba?
Ungena ngembele banompembe Dlamini ufevane Dlamini.
Eva Sundowns Manzini.
Manzini Sundowns uvuna wathi uyathi nale uthi Sundowns Manzini. Sabelo ngicela ukuphala ticket utawuya enebholeni.
Ndawuya.
Ngicela ukuphala ticket ke Nkosi batawuthatha inombolo takho utawuthola ticket asibonane ngasomhlolo ngalisonto.
Ngiyabonga sir.
Kakhulu Dlamini.
Now, time is against us, Masuku. You are rounding up the issue, the last protocol.
Yeah,
protocol.
Bengisathi Fabrice bantu batiphathe kahle, sitiphathe kahle ngendlela besolo sitiphatha ngayo. I think they've never given us a problem. Sicoca nabo kamnanzi up to the last minute of the game. Kutabeke kunebantu abadzala siyawucela ukuthi sihloniphane, sitinake ngendlela lesitiphatha ngayo. Basithembisile ke ukuthi cishe tinvu labatidzinga titawuzama ukuthi tisonzele kasomhlolo on Sunday. Nekuphuma kwakhona yes, siye singakuthandi nalo lama in and out, but sikhona indzawo lesitabatshela kuyo ukuthi na ufuna kuphuma utawuphuma kunaligede nali utawuthola ini na uphuma nangabe ufuna kuphindze ubuye. So that has been sorted because bantu bakhala Fabrice kuma semi-finals ukuthi sivula ekseni nga 7 uyangena umuntu ukusho utawuhlala 12 hours bokhuluma ngaye angekhathi. So if there's a need for somebody to be going out and coming back, we will tell them siyendile le provision le. Ngaphandle kwaloko Fabrice asibacele nje abantu ukuthi batiphathe kahle, sitiphathe kahle sonke, sisaya khona etingundleni sathi ukuthi nakunebantu labadzala indlela yethu yokutiphatha kube ngileyo. Sizame futhi nalokuthi noma ngayi team yakho seyiluzile, let us all be there for the presentations, send a fair play kube kuhle nje so that we congratulate labantu abebawinile bese sibafisela umdlalo lo bonke labantu beba perform on the day from culture to kuyo ifootball sibafisela ilanga lelihle Fabrice akube ngilokuhle Fabrice ithi nje buckle up, the game is on.
That's the man. There's a reason why he's the public relations officer. Nagakhuluma nje. There's something that you feel. Now, from what I'm picking, let's just make it a memorable tournament and make sure that we make it the utmost. Remember, we've got Seguneti Vagashi. There is a message we want to leave with them in terms of kutiphatha kahle. Otherwise, Linda Dlamini is also in the corridors of this building. Now we're getting into tactics. Who is likely to be the man of the match? Who has the potential to score 3 to 4 goals after the break? But more goals on the way.
Love it. Isn't he good? Wow! Isn't he good these days? That is a moment that the supporters can never forget. It's a short. What a finish. Katela, we can it. Hey, the story is unfolding here.
Have much time, but I've got our in-house analyst, Linda Dlamini, 10 years of experience. He's covered every Ngwenyama Cup since the inception. So he's covering the 6th edition. So he has all the information from the team that has won it to the team that still holds it. Information master, key players to watch quickly. These are some of the players who can watch in the final.
Fabrice, ngiyabonga ngivusele viewer. I think nawubuka emaqembu omabili ane experience angeke uzukubalekele lokho ku league ba compete and ukhuluma ukuthi ngama teams la ashaya amagoli. Nawubuka ku previous games babane high Swallows yakhona kushaya 3 amagoli, Green Mamba yakhona kushaya 3 yanga concede imbabane Swallows ya concede yona. But nawubuka le team yayo imbabane Swallows I think ayandakadlela ngumdlali ngicabanga ukuthi nguye lo ingoti kule team le
ekusitheni nje umbukeni mas ukuphi kule sithombe
ungala ngembi kwa goalkeeper yes ubambe emadolo yes ayandakadlela nguye lo sembili embi kwa Mathabela Sandanezo Mathabela yes I think nguye umdlali kule game le ngicabanga ukuthi angayiwinela imbabane Swallows
unamjita le khona loke wayiphakamisela ngombisi
Sandile Shashwako yes une experience and kule game le I think utaphinza adlale center back yes utabadlale center back nakwayika I want to believe but nje ngikhuluma cishe le team yonke yayo imbabone Swallows because now ibuka le team Sandanezo Mathabela unama clean sheets lengasho ukuthi ang4 so naye ungamgaza utayidlala inzima lenkulu kule game lena then now ibuka le team
omunye
Neli Tiger yes Nelly Sodlamini one of ama players lo kungawagatsa ukuthi le game lena ngakuwinela wakora against yona imbabane Highlanders first goal ku midfield I think nguye lo engine yakhe setulu kakhulu and kuma jewels ngicaba ukuthi uyawawina kakhulu utawugatsa vele ukuthi naye a dominate I midfield yayo Green Mamba.
No wonder abalandzeli bemanzini Wanderers are coming to watch. Angisi
Tiger former Manzini Wanderers player, yeah, former Manzini Wanderers player.
They want to come in. And look at his goal, master.
I think kuna something special about yena now khuluma ngebadlali abanjengabo Tiger. Tiger as much as like midfield le work rate yakhe setulu kakhulu but uyakhona kwathatha ema shots angaphandle kwe 18 like leli goal lesalibona alshaya lesilibonako alshaya against yona imbabane Highlanders ngiyo ke at advantage lanayo.
Let's get to the defending champions, that is Green Mamba. Players to watch. There should be one or two men who have lifted the trophy prior, but take us through the men to watch, master.
I think obvious Sabelo Nzinisa ukhuluma ngemidlalo lwakwe iphakamisa with yona imbabane Swallows in 2016, 2017, 2018. I think kulo 3 years loyo every game beka un player to watch kulawo ma tournament lawo. I think utawufuna kuwina I top scoring
machine.
6 goals kule tournament. 6 goals kule tournament lena Fabrice kufanele attention kulamanye mave ayithole and nawubuka I think last tournament ngonyama cup Charles Molopo we Malandi Chiefs kwaba nguye top scorer utawufuna kuyiwina leyo award leyo and nawubuka the difference between Scal and the other strikers is Scal once wangena wayibamba le bhola utayenda leyo run angaphandle kwe-18 ayifake wide bese songena ekhathe boxing or nangabe kune strike ekhathe boxing the second striker yena ungalanga emuva kwalama defenders tawugada le rebound wayithola leyo rebound uyafinish. I think ngiso strength sakhe leso.
Prediction master on Sunday times against umbano wathatha lenkomishi umbano hambe khayina 1.3 million
ilikhuni Fabrice. I think ilikhuni kakhulu
master. Prediction master Scats.
Mbabane Swallows.
Mbabane Swallows, according to our in-house analysts, will be lifting it for the 4th time in 6th competition. Until we meet again, Sunday is the main day to be here live on Eswatini TV. If you can't make it to Somplo National Stadium.
Ingwenyama Cup 2024 ibuyile gogo. Umsakade Eswatini TV unenvokote kukulethela uwona emanqamu engwenyama Cup. Akusemasiko labahamba embili kuto 13 tifundza takuleli batabe bagcugcelana khona enkundleni yesizwe kaSomhlolo. Kanti ngatemidlalo ngaphasi kwelibhola letinyawo abavikela lendlebe iGreen Mamba nyoka elihlazana ngimabona ahlonishwe kambe bangayivikela lendlebe eminyaka ka2024 abatholana nelicembu lembabona Swallows nomkhonto kaShaka Ncole Bovu kaMasizila kambe imbabona Swallows ngayiphakamisa lendlebe emahlandla lamane emlandweni wayo. Umsakade Eswatini TV utaba kulethela kusuka nekuhlala kwawo lamancane eminyaka ka2024 ingwenyama Cup ibuyile gogo.